I came out here and I really tried to weed. There was like weeds overtaking, so you couldn't even see like the perennials that we had planted. So I'm hoping next year that they really take off. I didn't do as much over here. You can see all of these. Right here are weeds. I got a lot of them last week because it had rained, and so the ground was really soft. But it still really hurt my hands, so like I said, I didn't do too much on this side. We do have quite a bit of sunflowers out here that are going to start opening up. Not as big as that one in the front yard, but look, see, this one's almost going to open. I love sunflowers. They were one of my dad's favorites, and they're just so easy to grow. I've always had luck with sunflowers in California and here in Idaho. They last longer here. But it's been a hot week. Today's Thursday and it's been in the 90s again. And then I think it drops back down next week. Next week is the kids' last week of summer break. But look at, we did try to plant some sunflowers and wildflowers back here, and some did grow. I mean, there's more weeds than anything, but that was my vision, to just have this full of wildflowers and sunflowers against this fence. But we'll try again next summer, trying to break up the soil. It's very clay-like. We just have a very small rototiller, so we might need to rent like a bigger one. I'm not really sure, but I love it when people come over that have never been here. A few weeks ago, we had some company come over and they just said that my house was very whimsical, and I really like that word. I feel like that word definitely describes my personality. Cooper! Dang dog. And we need another coat of purple paint out here probably next summer as well. But I thought, oh, that'd be a cute channel name. Rebecca's Whimsical Life. I don't know, I just like that. I just thought it was a very accurate description because I like color and brightness. Because, I don't know, color makes me feel happy. But this will probably be one of the last videos I show of my flowers because, you know, the season's starting to change. Even though it's hot, fall for us comes early here in eastern Idaho, so if we get a fall, sometimes it just skips straight to winter. Cooper, go potty! We didn't sit as much out here as we've done the previous summers. It's been a busy summer. The kids have been working. Like, everybody's worked except Kennedy. I did some work for the park with the vlogs. And I don't know, maybe we'll barbecue this weekend and sit out here because the kids' last day of work is on Friday for Tiffany and Saturday for Wes and Jilly. I mean, Allie and Parker still have their jobs, but maybe I can get Kennedy out here tonight to... She got some more of the little things on the shelf over there to paint and some glow-in-the-dark paint. So maybe I can get her and Jillian out here tonight to paint some of those. She got them for her birthday and she hasn't used them yet, and so it'll be cooler by tonight. I need to take down that banner too. It's ripping. The wind got to it. Thanks. I just let you inside. Our pool had a neighborhood party at the pool the other night, Tuesday night, where they rented it out just for the neighborhood. So even if you didn't have a pool pass but you lived here, I mean, you didn't have to like show proof of your address, but it was fun. So me and Adam took the kids over there, and they ended up closing the tiki hut where Wes and Jilly work so that they were able to attend the swim. And I think I'm going to take Kennedy swimming one more time tomorrow. The pool closes Saturday for the season. But honestly, I'm a little bit pulled out. So Kennedy is using her notebook that she got for her birthday. I think this was her favorite birthday present. This is Lucy. Lucy goes everywhere. She's gonna put some stickers. You're gonna write a letter to somebody? And she's got these little, you can write a letter to Miss Spencer saying you're so excited to go back to school, and maybe you can color her a picture. These are from her birthday. She said she didn't want to paint right now, so we'll probably maybe do this tonight so we can do it outside. Mommy, we'll save this because it's glow in the dark paint.
Mommy,
what?
I want to do the stickers.
Yeah, you can put stickers on your paper. Go ahead. But yesterday or the day before that, we went to Staples to see if they had any deals, and they didn't really have a whole lot of like deals. But this was in like a shopping cart that said like manager special. And Kennedy doesn't need this at school, but it was too cute to pass up. This was only $2. And it's really good, like thick material. So she got this and the little pom-pom pen that she was just writing with. Kennedy says she drew a bird. That's a beautiful bird. I love it so much. Is this for Miss Spencer? I took Jillian to physical therapy. They retaped my arm. Yay. I came home. I washed all the blankets off the couch. The last loads in the dryer. I swept, vacuum swept, and then I mopped. And then I vacuumed the bedrooms. I asked my oldest son to vacuum the stairs in the basement because that carpet is thicker down there. It hurts my arm. I washed Jillian's makeup caddy that's in her hand because it was disgusting. And I tried to move some more stuff around in my kitchen. I think I showed you guys this. I just switched those. That used to be over here by the mixer, and the cookie jar used to be there. And my owl little canister set used to be here. So I just switched it out just to do something different. Tiff's home from work. So I put the cookie jar there and the little canister set, and it's 1:24, and this guy just woke up. Teenagers. And then I put the mixer right here. I don't really like it. I liked it better in the corner because then I just pull it out when I use it. But I have this little Scentsy thing that we got when we bought the house. Nobody wants to look at ground beef. That's raw. And I had that right here, and everybody kept dropping the dish towel into it, and I was afraid we were going to have a fire. But I don't really like the way this looks. What do you guys think? I thought about putting it over there, but that's where we cook. There's nowhere in there to put it. But I don't know, I'm not feeling it. What do you guys think? Where should I put this thing? I used to have it originally on the screen dresser, but then people would bump into sorry it's so loud, we have to have fans, it's so hot. People would, bump into the dresser, and then like the wax would like spill all over the place. Like there's still some where I can't get it off, you can feel it. It's like right here. Look at my kids when they were little drew on this. But I don't know. And then I'm afraid if I put it here, because they sit there, I just think there's no good place to put it. And there's not even any place in the bathroom. I really don't want to put it on the desk next to a laptop, because I think that would be all kinds of bad. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just put it away until all the kids move out. Because I don't know. I don't know where to put it. Like even in this bathroom, I got this at Walmart on clearance, this little oil rainbow thing, and it smells so good, but they knock it over, and there's no other plug in here. I keep telling Adam, because he's an electrician, I'm like, make me another plug. Can't you just like whip up a socket? Like, I don't know how it works, but they knock this over constantly, and you think that when they bump it, you could hear it fall. Do my kids pick it up? Because this little piece comes off. No. They just leave it. If the toilet paper needs to be changed, they just leave that too. They don't change it. I'm telling you, having teenagers, they helped more when they were little kids. And then really there's nowhere in our bathroom because we only have the one plug as well. I really need to get floss. I've been using the kids floss, which in all actuality, the floss part is fine, and I actually kind of like it because they're flavored. Like this one's apple, I think, and then there's an orange and a berry. So I don't know, I'm just gonna use those till they're gone. My daughter Tiffany got me this. It's from the Dollar Tree. I was joking with her the other day. She went to go get some school supplies, and I said, buy me something pretty, and she actually did, but I was only kidding. But it was very nice of her. So she brought me this candle. More laundry to do. Those are clean. This is my little back to school pile. I've already put Kennedy's backpack together. Got a bunch of new binders, 35-cent notebooks. These like flat pencil cases. And then some of the stuff like these mechanical pencils and this little locker thing, that's Jillian's money. She bought that herself. But that is what I want to talk about too, is back to school, because we're going back to school. We got one more week. I have been meaning to organize this mess because I have not. Kennedy's stuff ended up in here because she was writing her pen pal the other day. I've still been doing lots and lots of coloring. This book is really big, so it looks like maybe I haven't done a lot, but I really have done a lot in here. I do need to get some more permanent markers. Mine are running out because I've been not just using the glitter markers, I've been using like Sharpies. But this book, I'm telling you guys, this book is so much fun to color, and I try to do a picture a day. I don't always get to it. Look at that. I'm not even artistic, and I feel like I'm artistic. The kids' great-grandmother was telling me that I should, Allie and Parker's great-grandmother from my ex-husband, I talked to her, and she's like, you should frame those and like buy different colored frames and frame them around your house. I was like, that's a really good idea. And Adam had bought me some pictures for my birthday to hang in the kitchen, so I was at the thrift store. I bought 2 frames down there because I don't want them to match. I thought maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll pick the best ones out of here that I've done and go back to the thrift store and buy some more frames and hang them up in my room. So I do like these colors. I think I'm going to go with these colors in my room, kind of like the kitchen. Because I still already have some of like the mint green baskets and some of the little, I probably need some new peach cubbies. Those are from the Dollar Tree. They're kind of falling apart. But, oh, I was at the thrift store the other day I was trying to find Jillian some t-shirts, and at the Goodwill, I posted this on my Instagram. I found this picture, and it's pretty big. It was $5, but I love it. I thought it was so cool. So I don't know if I want to hang it in the living room when I take some of the summer stuff down, or it kind of matches my bedspread if I want to put it up above our bed since I took that tapestry down. I really want to paint, like really bad, because I think I'm going to go in here. I think I'm just going to go like a blue color probably, but we have to wait because paint's expensive and we just don't have it right now. We did pay off almost all of our debt. It wasn't a lot of debt, but it was enough that it was making me uncomfortable. So we paid that down, and he gets paid tomorrow actually. So we'll be going back to our envelope system. We've made a new budget for the month, for the next upcoming months, so that I can start putting Christmas away and just getting back on track. So I'm really sorry about the noise with the fans, but it's because it's 94 degrees outside and we don't have air conditioning, so I just try to close up the house. I open my blinds a little bit so you can see, so it's not just dark. But if I don't turn the fans on, then it's just me sweating. So you either hear the fans or you've got me sweating, probably the fans. I only have one kiddo in elementary school now, so for junior high and high school and obviously college, they don't put out like supply lists. For the most part, I know high school in junior high, depending on your teacher, they usually give like a syllabus, same for college, and they'll kind of tell you the first day, okay, you need, you know, 2 pens, some pencils, and a certain kind of binder, you know, things like that, highlighters. Some teachers require colored pencils, or if you're taking art class, certain markers, blah, blah, blah. So what I did, but for Kennedy, like the 4th grade supply list is massive. And like last year we bought almost everything on her list. And I've kind of always done that with the kids in elementary school, knowing that it's for the whole entire year. Like they space it out. It's not like you buy these things and it gets put in that kid's cubby and it's just for that child. At least not at our schools. It's for the classroom, especially for Kennedy's class, because she's extended resource learning. So they're special need kids. There's only like, I don't remember how many kids were in her class, but I don't think it was any more than 8 kids last year. They're smaller class sizes. So like the crayons and the markers and everything that the parents bring in, the index cards, it's all communal. They just bring them out as needed, because they do like tables. So there's usually like 4 kids at a table, and then they switch. It was called centers when I was in elementary school, but. So I texted her teacher and I just said, what do you need the most of for the first like month? And she told me, and that is what I went and got. So it was markers, some crayons, and some index cards, and a couple of folders with the prongs in them. So that's what I got. And then she did need a new backpack, which she got for her birthday. I didn't get anything else. She got that little pencil case, and she did get this for her birthday. I've shared it in another video, but I mean, honestly, this is not going to school. She doesn't need it for school. It's for home. She's been using it for pen pals. She took all the pencils out. I don't even know where they are, floating around in her room somewhere. But I mean, she doesn't need that kind of stuff. So, and then I did buy some like sanitizing wipes to send on the first day. So her bag is packed. The only thing I need to put in there is a change of clothes, because they start not this Monday. Today's the 17th. So not the 21st, but the Monday after that. I think it's the 28th, I want to say. So for junior high and high school, what I did is I bought some just 1-inch binders, and then I bought I think 2 3-inch binders, because again, I'm not sure what they need. And then at Walmart, you know, they just have tons of those, like 35. They used to be 15 cents. I can show you these kind. I'm pretty sure they were 15 cents last year. They were 35 cents this year, which I'm not complaining. That's not bad. I think I bought 10 of them, just in different colors. Don't even know if they need them, but, and then I think we still have like a few downstairs where I keep like extra paper and stuff. But you know, a lot of teachers like to use those for, like, I know Wesley used one of those for his Spanish class and for his cooking class to keep like a recipe book, or like I bought a few composition books in case that, you know, they need those, because those are cheaper. Those are actually cheaper at Walmart than they are at the Dollar Tree. Just saying, at least here, because it's $1.25 versus for Walmart they used to be 50 cents. It was like 2 for $1. I think they were now like 80 cents. So they're getting close, but it was still a little bit cheaper. Anyway, bought a few of those. That's all I bought. I had mechanical pencils in the car. Oh, and I bought the little flat pencil pouches. Here, I'll show you one. These, I bought 2 black, 2 turquoise, and I think 2 blue. And they're 98 cents at Walmart. Now be careful, because at Walmart and Staples, they have the kind, I think it's in my backpack, because I use it for church, with the net. It's got the extra front pocket with the net. Those are almost $5. And I had a bunch of those in my cart. They have like the net right here, so there's 2 pockets. So there's this one, and then they have a smaller one. Those were almost $5. And I didn't look at the price, I just grabbed them because I'm so used to them being 98 cents. And then I saw these and I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm like, oh, they're different. And I'm so glad I caught that. I mean, not that it couldn't have been changed at the register, but you know, it's just a hassle. My kids are screaming. So that is what I bought. And so the kids are like, we want mechanical pencils and da 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 da. So all of them work except for Kennedy. Last year I bought so many mechanical pencils. So many. And within a month, they were gone. They lose them, they ruin them, they leave them at school and kids take them. So I told them, if you want mechanical, because we have a ton of just regular number 2 pencils. Do you have to get up and sharpen them? Yeah. Hey, I'll even go buy some little, I think we have some sharpeners to put in your, your backpack or your pencil pouch. Or we have an electric sharpener here at home. At night, when you're doing your homework, sharpen all your pencils, then put them back in your pencil pouch. It's not that hard. I never used mechanical pencils, ever. So I said, if you want mechanical pencils, because they're not cheap, I just told them that they have to pay for that themselves. If they want a special kind of this, then they have to pay for that themselves. So Wesley spent $20. I think, no, maybe it was $14.99. No, I think it was $20. Because I think Jillian had one, because when we went to Staples to see if they had anything good. She had one, and then she put it back. But Wesley spent $20 on it, and it's nice. It's a nice pencil case because it holds a calculator, it holds everything, and it's small enough that he can still carry it around. But I was like, and he didn't ask me to buy it for him, but I was like, just telling you that be careful, because, and it's your money, he earned it. He wants to buy it, because sometimes you need to learn. I said, you're going to put all your nice, because they bought their own mechanical pencils, like I said, you're going to put all your nice pencils in there and your calculator. And my kids are notorious for leaving their things, especially now, getting 2 of them in junior high, and then 2 in high school. He leaves that pencil case in the classroom. It might not be there when he remembers to go back and get it. So not only is he losing $20 with the pencil case, but he's losing everything that's inside of it. So Jillian's probably my worst one. She's lost 2 eyeglasses. And so now she has to wait because we're on Medicaid, so she can't get a new pair unless we pay out of pocket. Thankfully, she doesn't need them for much. Like, it's not that bad. So she can get seen next month, so we don't have long to wait. But she's bad. She's lost jackets, eyeglasses. She takes things off, the brace for her finger. She leaves them, and then she doesn't remember where she put them. So she was like listening to me, because she had the $15 one, the $14.99. She put it back, and she's like, well, what do I do to carry my pencils? Because in here at the junior high, they have lockers, and they're not allowed to carry their backpacks inside the school. So when they get into school and they have a backpack, like if they walk to school, that backpack has to stay in the locker until the end, until it's time to go home. They can't carry the backpacks between classes. So what I told her was, last year with Wesley, because the junior high is not that big, so there's like the 7th grade wing, and then they have the 8th grade wing, and they're just a long hallway. Once in a while, depending if you're a 7th grader and you take an elective that's for 7th and 8th, you might have to walk over to the 8th grade wing, but it's not far. So what I told her and Wes, and this is what I did for Wesley last year, because they were really nervous about, especially Jillian right now, because she'll be 7th grade. Wesley's, big 8th grader. But they're nervous about opening the locker, those first couple days and finding their classroom. So with Wesley, like, first period he had science, and then the next period he had English. And they were pretty much next door to each other. So I said, you don't need to go to your locker. We'll get the binder, and then we'll put a divider in it, and then you have English and then science. And then you put in this pencil pouch, you put this in the binder so you can snap it shut, and then you put, if you need highlighters for that class, some extra pencils, a red pen for correcting things, whatever, you put that in the binder. And then the next one, if it was like history and math, we did the same thing, and I just divided it. And then for cooking, like, so between those 2 classes, he would have to go to his locker, and then like he would have lunch. And then for Spanish class, he just needed the notebooks like I showed you. And then for art class, he needed like a sketchbook, and so he put the pencil pouch inside of that sketchbook and just make sure it didn't fall out. So it was easier that way. So he wasn't having to go to his locker every single class, and then that way it was already inside the binders. It just made it simple. So that's what I was trying to explain to Jillian. But Wesley said, you know, he's got it down. Like, he's not going to forget it. He wants to carry. He said he did carry an extra one last year, and he did. But it was one of these. But like, I don't even know where I got these from. I think they came with like luggage or something. I don't even know. I think they were from my mom. But so I'm like, yeah, but if you lost that, it was like free. Like, who cares? You know, besides like the stuff he had in them. Anyway, so there's that. The only one I bought backpack for was Kennedy, because she needed one. And then Parker's was broken. So I told him my mom, he still had like Amazon birthday money from my mom since November that he hadn't used. I'm like, look on Amazon, get yourself a backpack. He had the gift card for $25. I said, I'll go $10 over. Because, you know, they have to carry, like in high school, laptops and stuff. So you don't want to get a super cheap one, because to me, it would just break. Well, he couldn't find one. That he liked. None of them were good enough. I was like, they look pretty good to me. So I had him and Allie at Staples yesterday, because I thought Allie needed some 5-subject notebooks for, I don't know what I thought she needed them for. She wasn't with me, so I'm like, I'll just get them for her and then she can pay me back. She didn't need them, so I took those back, because it was like $20 for 2 notebooks, because, you know, they're the heavy duty ones. So they were with me, and they both were holding up JanSport backpacks, which are great backpacks. I mean, they'll last forever. I think I had one all through high school. And I was like, those are $60, thinking that, you know, they're paying for them if they want to get them. I mean, they both have jobs. But I'm like, $60, like, they used to be that expensive when I was in high school. And Parker said, well, they're 25% off. So I was like, okay, so that's what, $45? And Parker's like, cool. They're like, he's like, will you buy it for me? And I'm like, yeah, no. He goes, I thought you told me to come because you were gonna buy me a backpack. I was like, no. I said, why don't you come with us, because Allie wanted to get a few things, because she starts school on this Monday. I said, to see if you found anything. He goes, well, I didn't bring my wallet. I said, it sucks to be you. I'm not buying that backpack. I'm like, if you would have brought your wallet, I maybe would have went half, because like I said, they're good backpacks and they last. What's up?
Gigi says something.
But I also told Parker, you don't have your wallet, so I'm not going to pay the whole thing right now, because he said he didn't have enough to even cover half. So I'm like, nope. And Allie, I offered to get her, found a really nice one on Amazon for college, and she didn't want it. She kept saying that she had a backpack. When we had carpet put downstairs, I had put it in a bin and I couldn't find it, and I said, it's in one of those bins, I'm positive. Or I even thought maybe she left it in her ex-boyfriend's car, but she said she didn't. And I'm like, search the bins, it's got to be there. I wouldn't have given it away. She's like, I did. I searched all the bins, it's not in there. It was like right there. It was like in there's, you know, the bins in my basement that are stacked. It was in the middle one, right on top. So I was like, okay. So I gave it to her, and I did say, I'm like, this looks a little bit like maybe you need something better. Like, she's got to carry a laptop around, and, you know, books. There's no locker at college. And sometimes she might have to walk or ride her bike, because I have other things going on. So she needs to be aware of that. And so that's why I was like, let me get you a nice backpack for your birthday. She didn't want it. So then I was like, I'm not getting you that backpack out of, be my guess, you have more money right now than I do. Be my guess if you want to buy that backpack. And she was like, no. Like, she was getting moody about it. And I said, you also have money from Grandma Sheila too from your birthday on Amazon. So she did come home and find a backpack. So she ordered that and some headphones. But Parker, when we went to Walmart, he found, it's like a little boy backpack. He's like, I want this. And I'm like, it's $10.98. I'm like, it's cheap. He goes, this is what I want. I'm like, fine, I'll buy the whole thing. because I said I would go $10 over. This is 11 basically, because honestly with him too, do I think it's gonna last? No, I don't. But him and Jillian, he's the same way. Half the year last year, he didn't even know where his backpack was, because he would get ride home from friends and he'd leave it in their car, and he's like, I don't remember which friend's house I went to, or he'd leave it in the classroom. So I was like, does he need a good backpack? Yeah, but it's not necessary. And plus, in high school, he has the option to get a locker. So in the high school, which is weird because the junior high is literally across the parking lot, where they can't use their backpacks in between classes, but once you go across the parking lot to high school, you can. You don't even have to get a locker if you don't choose to. Parker and Tiffany, I think Tiffany did get a locker this year, but Parker chooses not to, which is why he loses everything. Anyway, that's back to school. So, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have to get, some things here or there depending on what, the teachers want. I don't even know, like, what classes my kids have yet or anything. Back to school night for junior high and high school is on next Monday, so that's when they'll get their schedules. Tiffany and Parker, all they got when they went to the registration day was just their, picture, and then, like, their ID card, and if they wanted to buy a locker or a parking space, that kind of thing. And then Allie, she starts Monday, and she keeps looking on the, I forget the name of it, it's for the college. It's like a way you can look at, like, see the professors that post a syllabus, or like what the reading is going to be. We did get all of our books, I did find that, so we ordered all those, but haven't seen anything with school supplies, and I'm guessing it's because probably a majority of everything, besides maybe some note taking, which even that is done on the laptop, or people use the notes on their phone. She, because we're a large family, did qualify for the Pell Grant, and so because of that, she's going to school. She got a computer, like a really nice Dell computer to use, and as long as she graduates from the community college or transfers, from there, she can keep that computer. It's hers. So she decides she doesn't want to stay there, or, whatever, like, hopefully that doesn't happen, then she does have to give it back. But I thought that was really cool. So she already has her computer, she already has all the textbooks that she needs, and I think she's very nervous. We're gonna go either today or tomorrow to find the buildings that her classrooms are in. It's only 4 classrooms, but I think she'll feel better if she knows where she's going. I'm not drop her off and say, you have a great day, figure it out, which, that's life too. But I thought, we'll go down there and I'll walk her, we'll find them together. Maybe we'll stop and get a coffee to take with us or something. And then she starts, she finally finished her online driving thing. Took forever. She drives tomorrow. She starts with the instructor tomorrow. She is 18. She didn't need to have it, but she wanted to have it because I feel like things are so different from when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my dad would just get in the car. I didn't have no permit, and he would be like, drive, and I would drive, and that's how I would practice. I'm like so scared I'm gonna get pulled over, and they don't have a permit, and they didn't take the class, and I don't need that kind of ticket. I don't have that kind of money. Not that my parents had that kind of money. I just feel like it was a different time because everybody kind of did it. But anyway, and plus, even though she's 18, if I have proof, like I do with the certificate that she went through this, it will lower our insurance, because as soon as she gets that license, her and my son, as soon as that they have that license, they have to have insurance. And especially Parker, because he's a boy and he'll be 17 when he can go get his license, because that's the 6 months that you have to have the permit. He needs that certificate proving that he went through a class and the instruction to lower the car insurance, and for them too, because they are going to have to help pay for it, because we can't. That was one of the reasons why we didn't push the driving, because we couldn't really afford behind the wheel. If my kids were a little bit more spaced out, it would have been easier. But technically right now Tiffany could be driving, because you only need to be 15 to get your license here. Like, you can get your permit at 14 and a half. So technically Tiffany could have her license right now, and Wesley, who's going to be 14 in September, let's see, so by May he could be having his permit. So, and that was one of the reasons, like, we just didn't have the money for it. So I'm like, well, you might have to wait till you're 18, because once you turn 18 you can just go take the test to get your license. No, once you turn 17, sorry, once you're 17 you can take the test to get your license. I think it's 18 in California. So but the kid's great grandmother, she paid for them to go through the course. That's why we did it. They both work part-time to help, because they do pay for their cell phones. They pay for the line. Me and my husband do not. They pay us every month. Parker was very late this month because I'm like, when he was asking about that backpack, I'm like, your cell phone bill's due. And he's like, I just paid it. And I'm like, you paid for July. I'm like, August is coming up. Like, the end of August is coming. That's when it's due. Anyway, this was a long-winded video. It started with my sunflower and it ended with this. So, gonna make my farmhouse stew tonight. Hopefully get some coloring done. I feel good that I got some chores done. It's always nice to chat with you. Let me know in the comments below if you've got kiddos, if they're back at school, if you do all the back to school shopping. Do you get everything on the school list, or do you just get a few things and space it out through the year? Do you make your kids, if they have jobs, part-time jobs, do you make them help with getting back to school supplies? Oh, because my kids, everybody besides Kennedy, and I helped a little bit, did get some of their back to school clothes as well. They did a lot of thrift store shopping. Was teaching them how to like find stuff like on like clearance. I got all of Kennedy's stuff on clearance at like TJ Maxx. It was like marked down their clearance racks because it's summer stuff. But she's got winter stuff that I bought in May at Old Navy. So the only thing she's probably gonna need this winter is some new thicker pants and some snow boots because her foot has grown. And she's the only one that I bought shoes for because her shoes were too tight. Jillian already had some shoes, and so she didn't really need them. I told her you might want to get a second pair because she's already wearing the ones that she was supposed to save for school that we got back in May because they were on sale. She's been wearing them. But Wesley bought himself some shoes. Parker bought his shoes. Tiffany and Allie bought theirs. So Tiffany and Allie and Parker have been buying their own clothes. Parker's been buying stuff like on eBay, like used stuff. They're Tiffany and Parker especially are very into thrift store shopping right now. They go probably like twice a week, and they have friends where they kind of do, it's actually pretty creative. They do it too. They'll have friends come over, or they'll go over to the friend's house and they go through each other's closets and they pay for their friend's clothes instead of just borrowing. Like Tiffany paid her friend, okay, I'm gonna get 2 shirts and these pants, and she gave her $10. And they do it the same this way. You can come in. Anyway, so I think my kids are needing stuff, so I better hop off of here, chicken tendies, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.